Just a reminder folks that I'm going to be hosting a few panels at the anime convention Alcon this September in Leicester. Hope to see you there.
Jambareeqi?
Oh, hi, Kathy.
It's hunting season!
In this episode, folks, Open Season.
Open Season is a computer-animated comedy adventure from the co-director of The Lion King. It's about a bear called Boog, who is living a spoiled domestic life, until an eccentric buck called Elliot gets him in trouble with his wacky antics. Boog's owner decides to release him into the wild, and he struggles to adapt to the outdoor world of nature. So, Elliot must teach Boog to survive in the woods, while helping him to return to human society. Unfortunately, it's hunting season, so the journey home won't be easy. This movie isn't anything special or exciting. It feels very small, uneventful, and unimpressive. What happens in most of this movie can only be described as stuff. Just stuff. There's just not much material for a feature-length story. Maybe the movie could have worked better as a short piece, because as an 80-minute film, it's got too little to work with. Most of the film is just Boog and Elliot goofing about, meeting chatty wildlife and bickering. Sure, there's a fast-paced chase down a river, and a tense scene where Boog tries to sneak out of a hunter's cabin. But, for the most part, it's just a buck and a grizzly bear walking about as mean forest critters tease them. Luckily, to make up for the weak narrative, there's plenty of stuff to laugh at. Sure, the film has a habit of trying too hard to be funny now and again, but I will admit that I did laugh out loud at some jokes. There's lots of clever visual gags and a few fairly funny lines. So yeah, many jokes come off as desperate and tired, but when a joke works, it really works. Elliot is kind of annoying. He constantly chats away like he has verbal diarrhea, he's often feeling sorry for himself, and he causes a lot of nuisance. I'm sure some people will be entertained by his yapping and clumsiness, but personally, I found him to be too obnoxious. Boog is deluded, stubborn, and spoiled, but what I like about him is his confidence and focus. He is totally determined to reach the town, and will do anything to get home. This shows how interested he is in his motivation. I like that level of persistence in a character. Beth, Boog's owner, is caring and sensitive, but also quite the hypocrite. You see, she's totally against hunting and even has a go at a hunter for what he does. But Beth isn't exactly a saint when it comes to animals, considering how she exploits Boog for public entertainment and keeps him in domestic captivity away from his natural habitat. Yes, Boog enjoys the attention, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that I support hunting as a sport, but it's the principles. It's hard to take Beth seriously when she's having a go at the hunter for what he does, when she herself keeps a wild grizzly bear in her garage and uses him as a stage act. It's like if in the Simpsons movie, Lisa Simpson littered the streets of Springfield while encouraging the city to clean up the lake. That would make it very difficult to empathize with her campaign. The film's villain, a hunter called Shaw, is very intimidating and scary. But he's not your typical hunter villain that you see in a lot of wildlife films. Sure, he enjoys killing animals, but he also has this wild conspiracy theory. He believes that animals are plotting to take over human society, plus he thinks that Boog is the rebellion's leader. This gives a unique purpose to his hunting motives, and it provides an interesting reason for why he wants to hunt down the protagonists. He's nuts, he's scary, but also a little bit goofy. The animals that Boog and Elliot encounter can be odd, harsh and mean-spirited, but also a little bit funny. There's an army of Scottish squirrels that protect the forest trees, a family of hard-working beavers, some weird ducks, some cattish skunks, a herd of aggressive bucks, and a colony of silent rabbits. I like the rabbits the most because they come off as funny and quirky without even saying a word, which is quite an achievement in a film that tries desperately hard to be funny through its chatty dialogue. The animation for this film is passable. It's just okay. Characters have expressive faces, energetic body movements, and their emotions come off as readable. It can get carried away by being too fidgety or hyperactive, but it's capable of settling down and providing a somber or sensitive moment. However, because the film's story lacks depth or weight, there's not much for the animators to have fun with. We're merely watching a bear and a buck argue with each other in the middle of some woods. So the animators must have felt creatively restrained most of the time. Now and again they get a chance to do something sinister with the villain, or be inventive with a funny visual gag. But for the most part, there's not much imagination on display. Ashton Kutcher plays Elliot, and he makes the character even harder to like. His delivery is annoying, obnoxious, and irritating. He's clearly trying too hard to sound funny.
Whoa, what's that?
I call them woohoos, like, woohoo! You want one? I know where there's a bunch of them, but you gotta go.
Outside.
Martin Lawrence voices Boog. He does a decent job. He sounds a bit mumbly now and again, but he certainly captures the cool confidence of his character.
You don't see me tied up, do you, baby? This is my ride.
Your ride?
Yeah, this is my town, okay? These are my people. This is where I reside. Nobody's hunting this bear.
Deborah Messing voices Beth. Her delivery is emotive and clear, plus I didn't end up being distracted by her voice. I mean, I know Messing from Will and Grace, and I didn't keep thinking, oh, that's Grace from Will and Grace, So she does get into the character.
We rocked that house, didn't we, Boog? They were eating out of our hands. Well, my hands, your paws. Eating out of your paw?
Gary Sinise plays Shaw the Hunter. He sounds effectively nasty and malicious, but also captures the crazy paranoid side of his character too.
If I don't stop them, it'll be a total reversal of the natural order. They laugh at old Shaw, but you'll see. The truth will be revealed.
Billy Connolly voices the leader of the Squirrel Army. Connolly's distinct charm shines through his delivery, and he definitely sounds like a courageous and fearless leader, by giving a bold and mighty delivery.
Oi! Lost your way to Sunday school, pal. This is McSquizzy's turf. Nobody messes with McSquizzy, 'cause that's me.
What?
Touch a needle in this tree and I'll give you such a do-it.
Yeah? You and what army?
Oi!
Patrick Warburton plays Ian, a mean buck who bullies Elliot. Unlike Hoodwinked, this film makes really good use out of its Patrick Warburton. His distinct timbre voice fits the brawny character design, he's very energetic, and he clearly sounds like he's having fun with the part.
Hello, Smelliot. I called him Smelliot. Herd! Circle formation! Ew, pinheads, that's an oval! Orb! Circle it!
The original music for this film is a bluegrass-inspired score, laced with banjo and harmonica. This distinct style of music certainly reflects the setting of the outdoor wild because of its peaceful rhythm and laid-back harmony. However, The score doesn't fully rely on just country music, no. Sometimes it branches off to some orchestral instruments, by having soft piano and mellow violin for sad scenes. Plus, when the Scottish squirrels appear, the bagpipes are belted out like a proud anthem. It's a decent score that's willing to try a variety of styles. The soundtrack also features a few pop songs now and again. Nothing much I can say about these tracks. They don't get in the way, but they're not exactly memorable choices either. To conclude, Open Season is an average movie with little to offer. It has an annoying and charmless lead character, its comedy is a double-edged sword, and the narrative is severely underwritten. However, the villain can be kind of fun sometimes, I guess, and when a joke works, it's really funny. If you're looking for something small and simple to pass the time, then Open Season is the movie for you, but others will end up feeling starved and wanting more. I'm going to give this film 2.5 strawberries out of 5. Now, if some of you out there are still wondering if this film is your cup of tea, then consider this. If you enjoyed such titles as Brother Bear or Over the Hedge, then you're going to love Open Season. I've been Jambareeqi and I hope you enjoyed my review. Feel free to subscribe to my channel and I encourage you to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. In the next episode, I'm going to review Belvé Rendezvous. Cheerio, folks.